Are you just now returning to Fortnite, but it's extremely difficult because of all of these really cracked out gamers? Trust me, I know how difficult it is this season, and because Fortnite OG has brought back over
44.7 million
players just on day one, it may seem like it's impossible to rank up and actually win fights against these other players. But my goal is to get you ready to take out these sweaty players. The first thing you need to know is that you need to be watching good players. I know that watching Ninja play on the OG map all day seems fun.
What the heck?
But you're probably not going to learn very much by watching these content creators. I always recommend watching people like Clicks, who have spent a good portion of their lives trying to be the best of the best. With all that being said, I think we should dive into some live examples from one of my ranked games. Immediately, I've set my sights on one chest in Greasy, and immediately, I get a blue pump out of this chest. And I see that that player has not even landed yet. So the likelihood that he's going to get better weapons than me right off the start is next to zero. Immediately we push this guy, hit him for a fat pump, and then just finish him off like that. It's not always smart to take fights off spawn, but if you know you have better loot than the person, you might as well go for it. Sometimes, like in that situation, it was a 50-50, and I probably shouldn't have taken the shot, but if I hadn't already hit him with a massive pump shot, I wouldn't have continued to try and kill him. I would have backed off, played safe, and continued the game. Later in the game, I found this guy. I heard him coming, and immediately I tried to get out, get an angle on him, hit a fat pump, and he was glitched through the wall, so I just finished him off really quick. Nothing too crazy here. You just want to make yourself be aware of what's going on around you. Especially here, you need to adapt to the situation where he was stuck into the stair and just finished him off like that. Next, I want to show off the insane rotation of this season. I'm not really sure what Epic was smoking when they came up with this, but there are rifts along the entire edge of the map. Pretty much on every section of the map, there's a rift at the very edge, and you could just go pretty much anywhere. Especially if you're rotating and the zone is on the edge of the map, you can just hit one, pop across another one, hit one, pop across another one, and then you're wherever you want to be. Now, getting into late game, you'll notice that the lobbies are going to ended up being dead for most games. Here, it's only like second zone and there's like 20 players left. I don't know exactly if that's going to continue throughout the entire season, but you can take advantage of that. If you're not that great of a fighter, you may want to camp, but hold on, hear me out here. You don't want to camp and make stupid decisions. Okay, what am I talking about when I say that? Alright, so I'm rotating in right now. We're rotating in Fatal. I look at my map. Now let's take a look at the map real quick. Alright, so I'm right here, right? Okay, we know anyone that's up here, they're going to rotate in. They're going to rotate in right here. Anyone that came from Tilted, they're rotating in. Most people are going to be on this half right here, okay? So if I can find anybody on this side right here, I'm usually not going to get third-partied, especially when there's 11 people in the match left, right? So my goal is to kind of set up camp right here until the next zone. If we find somebody, we fight them. If we don't, then we just, we rotate into the next zone. Alright, so I don't immediately find anybody. As you can see, I'm pointing at the two new buildings. But my point was, if you're camping, don't make stupid decisions. And you'll see right here in just a second, I make a stupid decision. Alright, so I spot this player, and I start taking shots at him. I only hit 21, and that's not enough to push him because he could definitely deal way more than that before I could, finish him off. So, the game plan here was if I could laser him, we push him. If not, don't worry about it. Here's the problem though. I just kept spraying at him, and I don't know why I did this. I did, and it inevitably led to me getting cracked. You've got to be careful though, especially right here. He has a deagle, bop. And that's it. That uses my only heals that I have at that moment. So as soon as I drink this chug, we've got to rift out of here. Now, normally you'd be okay, but then this kid just hit me out of the air. At least he didn't hit me for more, but it still really ticked me off. Alright, and I found a chug jug, but I was waiting to find more shields, and then I ended up just having to use it. What I recommend here is you see how I built a double box? I always recommend building a double box whenever you're getting shot. You don't know how close or how far they are. Here, I was just looking to see if I could get any shots off. I couldn't see anybody, so I ended up just moving on. And right here, this is to emphasize how important having good headphones are. I heard that kid way before he would have thought that I could see him, but I hit him. I hit him again with a crack. And then I make a really good peanut butter edit where he can't see me, but I can, and we take him out. Now, unfortunately, I wasn't thinking smart, and I immediately took this fight because somebody was rushing me, and I get domed in the head, and that was the end. However, this was the game that got me to Diamond 2. You see it right here. And we're now Diamond 2. Hopefully, we're going to make it up to Unreal, and I'll make a video about that pretty soon. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Feminist women love Eminem. Chicka, Slim Shady, I'm sick of him. Look at him, walking around, rapping as you know what, living in you know who. Yeah, but he's so cute though. Yeah, I probably got a couple of screws up in my head loose, but no worse than what's going on in your parents' bedrooms. Sometimes you wanna get on TV and just let loose, but can't. But it's cool for Tom Green to hump a dead moose.